because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Cousins finds his man. There's Jordy Madison. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Cousins. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. Joseph's got it. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rodgers now on first down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 25 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Cook now off the read option. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jets are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now it's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 50 He's 7 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards. Cousins on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 33 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. On the slant, he's got Hardman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this will be caught in the end end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, 31 yards. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Good route here.
Now Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The 1st sack of the game for them comes on the 1st play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On the give is Nwangu. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Cousins now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackmon's got it. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Easy. Following the interception, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throwing or running, and try and win this ball game.
Third down. Here's a run by Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
To throw is Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Second down, Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll be out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that will level the playing field at 17-all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man. That's Lazard. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Mekhi Blackmon's got it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's on his way. Mecole Hardman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On play action, Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Play fake. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown! Jalen Reagor from a yard out. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Rodgers now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Throwing, Cousins. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Throwing is Cousins. Past the 20. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Dean Lowry able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st down, Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Rodgers. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Loose inside the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jets 21.
They'll go right back to the Wangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu. A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Rodgers will try again on second down. He'll get this to Lazard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Cousins now on second down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Hey, no, easy. Two. Hey, yo.
Now Cousins. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.